Folks, no crazy loud intro folks today, folks. Just a normal intro, folks. We're not going to scream, folks. We're going to have a normal folks intro. How's everyone doing? Today's video is to talk about collateral damage when a company tries to, you know, ban or say certain cards or certain pieces of artwork are off limits. You're not allowed to own them, or we don't stand by the item that we made and sold and built into $1 billion. Anyway, um, today I want to focus on Earthbind. Obviously, it's kind of a meme for a long time. It's always had a cult following in the Magic's history of 30 years, and it's always been a common card in ABU, actually ABU and Revised. I don't think it was in 4th edition. I think they cut it after Revised. And I look back at the card, and I always liked it. Buying my Alpha PSA 10s, just buying Alpha Beta Earthbinds, the Collector's Edition Earth. I was always a fan of the card because I just thought it was a really unique piece of art. And it was a very emotional, like you look at the art, the more detail and different things, it's just a very interesting card. On the announcement that Magic's 30th anniversary is leaving out some cards, it's created another layer of kind of super reserve list, pseudo reserve list. I mean, Earthbind isn't even, it's just a common card. It's not even reserve list. But Alpha Earthbinds are like on track to be the most expensive common card in Magic the Gathering. Like, for the longest time in Alpha Beta, Lightning Bolt was deemed as the best common card. Maybe Sinkhole's behind it, maybe Land of War Elves and Disenchant, Fireballs. There's certain key cards, but Earthbind was just, it was never really the key playable card, but it always had a following because of the very standout artwork, which, we always have memes and joke on this channel, and it's a beautiful card. I mean, it is what it is. And now I'm seeing Alpha Earthbinds at outrageous prices. There's almost none left for sale, period. And the market for this card is just gone off the chart. It's unbelievable. It's just through the roof. And it's like, and there's a couple other cards that Wizards, refused to even acknowledge and reprint in the Magic 30th anniversary. Obviously, most of them are anti and gambling or betting related, but some of the demonic attorney, the contract from below, those are very iconic pieces of Magic's history. Whether you like anti and betting on Magic or gambling or whatever, however you feel about it's irrelevant. I'm talking about the actual artwork and the card itself. The feel, the flavor. When you look at Contract from Below, it truly has like this demonic evil. I mean, the finger, the evil scroll contract look. I mean, it's an impressive card. It is just so well done. When you look at it, you get that eerie, creepy, I don't know, Halloween type of evil demonic feel. That's how you know it was done well. That's how you know it's just like, man, that is a fucking good piece of art and just well engineered product. And, Contract from Below was already, never going to be reprinted anyways, but I mostly want to focus on Earthbind in this video. But Earthbind is now in a situation where a common card that's not reserve list is essentially going to become the most expensive sought-after common card in Magic's history. And this is all because Wizards kind of wanting to distance themselves of this modern era culture and what we're allowed to print and type of artwork we're allowed to view and type of artwork we're allowed to sell in packs of cards. It's very fascinating because in Magic's 30-year history, pre-2020, that was never really a hot topic thing. People never really were like, I'm never going to collect a complete set of Legends. That's got Invoke the P. I can't own that card. Like, nobody really looked at it that way. Everybody wanted to just collect the piece of history. Doesn't matter if you agree or disagree with the art or who did it. It's part of a piece of history that it's important to understand, acknowledge, and look at. And, when I look at Earthbind, I'm very surprised. I really did not think they would handpick that common card and actually remove it from Magic 30th. And I know the Magic 30th thing and $1,000 for a couple little packs, and I know people are like, yeah, Rudy, enjoy your animate wall and your death lace $1,000 box. And enjoy the pirate ship with it, too. And, enjoy the warp artifact. I know people, that's a whole different conversation. But, God, can you imagine that? You spend $1,000 on a Magic 30th. You open the 4 rares. And let's say you get 1 vintage rare, so you get 5 rares in the box. Can you imagine? Like a Warp Artifact, Animate Wall, like a Death Lace, Pure Lace type. Oh my God, could you imagine that? Ugh. Anyways, I just want to comment to everybody that this is an important learning lesson for culture, society, and what's going on. By making something not allowed, you have single-handedly made it the most sought-after, desirable, taboo alpha common card in modern history. Like back in the day, if anyone said, Rudy, you could have 1 alpha common card, what would you have? Lightning Bolt, hands down. Some people would choose Sinkhole, which I get it. But I mean, Lightning Bolt, straight up Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is the most iconic red card. And it's like, now, I mean, it's like this hunt for Earthbinds. The original, I mean, it's unbelievable. Alpha Beta Earthbinds are insane. And it's just like, it didn't have to be this way. Like, it's being made into a thing that really shouldn't be a thing. And I just think it's a great learning moment for everybody to understand the impact of when companies try to distance or make and change rules, or they don't like what they did in the past. And it's kind of just like, that's part of the history of the game. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to make everything a Rudy Bearscape, right? My Bearscape deck is coming along pretty good. Coming for you all. Anyways, that's really all I have to share today. I'm blown away by it. I just never thought I'd see the day where like mint or near mint pack fresh Earthbinds and plate Earthbinds were these prices. Blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind that I'm in a time where this Earthbind common card is the price, and it's this big deal, all because Wizards like, oh, we won't even reprint that common card. I don't even think there's flavor text on it. Isn't that crazy? And that's the times we live in, folks. As far as the contract from Below's, the demonic attorneys, that's have anti and gambling. So I mean, I get why you wouldn't want to reprint it, but at the same time, I mean, again, Magic 30th anniversary to me is celebrating the original design, not taking a modern look and saying, well, we want to pretend that part of design didn't happen. Because that's not authentic to me. The authentic design is having, I mean, we can't even have the word weakness. Like the card weakness is being removed from Magic 30th. Weakness! Like, it's just, to me it's disappointing. Not everybody else is like, Rudy, you think that's disappointing? 4 packs for $1,000! There's like this hashtag boycott. There's all this weird crap going on. I just wanted to focus on, I can't believe they went out of their way to just remove certain things. And I still want to know, before I end this video, when they crack those 100 boxes of Legends to put the Lost Legends in Dominaria, on average, you should have between 30 and 40 of each rare based on that quantity. I still want to know, what happened to those 30 to 40 copies of Invoke the P, those 30 to 40 copies of My Beautiful Lady Gwendolyn? When they pulled those cards out, when they cracked all those boxes, they didn't put them through a paper shredder. Someone out there has those cards. Some employee, someone at Wizards kept them. I want to know who owns those. That's what I always want to know. I still think that's shady. Someone kept them.